can't see me, let me know, please. All right, let's just hold those bands. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down a couple times for me, please. Good, and then bring that band, and you're gonna go ahead and have your hands a little farther than shoulder width apart. Thumbs are down, palms are up, or excuse me, knuckles are up, shoulders up out of your ears. Bring those feet together, lift those quads, zip the abs, lengthen the tailbone, bring those arms up in front of you, make sure you didn't arch, bring them over your head if that's possible. If not, a little in front of you is fine. And then we're gonna bend and do a rowing motion, but because we've got the bands not doubled up, single band, that should be a little easier. So I really want you to focus on initiating the movement by squeezing the shoulder blades back and down and then pulling down. And again, focusing on not popping the ribs as you do that. So really, really take it slowly. Maybe even pull the bands apart a little as you come down, hold at the bottom. Just really focusing, making this row motion kind of worth it. Last two. Last one, leave it down here. Fingers are up. Band is between your index finger and your thumb. Shoulders are out of your ears. And we're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Every time you squeeze, I also want you to pull your ribs down. Squeeze, squeeze, 2 and 1. Relax. Should have woken that upper body up a little bit. Now let's bring those hands a little closer together. Bring your arms straight out in front of you. Just a little reminder, when we use the bands, sometimes people have a tendency to cock their wrists like that. So be really good about keeping your knuckle, your wrist, and your forearm in a straight line. So we're gonna do elbows a little higher, and we're just gonna pull open, just to really get that idea of keeping the forearm in line with the knuckles. Good, last two, and last one, squeeze, bring a little higher, drop your shoulder blades, give me quick little squeezes, squeeze, 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 and relax. And then last thing, let's bring those arms up, let's go ahead and arch the spine, let the ribs pop up, open that band as much as possible, get a big stretch through here, widen your arms, and then pull your ribs down, engage those abs, pull your shoulder blades out of your ears, holding, 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 and then relax that down. All right, so as I said, that upper body should be nice and warmed up. Let's do a little bit of lower body. So leave your tail off to the left, a fairly long gap of band. Step in with your left foot and then with your right. Cross the band over into your left hand. And again, we want to be really conscientious here of not moving the wrist. We want to keep it in line. Just open your arm just like that, and you'll feel those deltoids, those shoulder muscles start to work. Yeah, cross it over, Jan. Cross your band to your opposite hand. Keep your feet where they were. Yeah, there you go. So you should have a zigzag, a half of a Z in front of you. Good. Last two. Last one, leave your arm about halfway up. Turn your right toes in, engage that quad so you straighten the leg, and then lift that right heel up in the air till you feel this booty working, right? So toe in, heel out to really feel that back there. 3, 2, and 1, we put those two moves together. Arm up, leg up, arm up, leg up, arm up, leg up. Good. Two more. Hold it up here, and we're going to pulse. Leg and arm, leg and arm, leg and arm. Relax. Stay how you are. Take your left toe, so kind of, I'm going to talk you through this. Take your left foot and bring it so it's now parallel on your mat. Take your band into your right hand. So now my right foot and my right hand, the band is on the same side. And all you're going to do is roll up on your toes and turn. Now the band should be between your thumb and index finger of your right hand and across the back of your right leg. Shoulders out of your ears, bend your left knee for me. So let me see everybody get shorter in that left knee. And then just lift your right arm, thumb to the sky, arm nice and straight. Again, feeling that deltoid, 2 and 1. Keep the arm slightly in front of you. Lift the back leg, lift, 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 and lift. Make sure that left knee is bent. We're going to put those two things together. By the way, working your balance here. Arm and leg, arm and leg. Keep it going. Try to get a little aggressive there. So now, glute, hamstring, and right shoulder. If you don't even have to put your foot on the ground or your toes, then don't. 2 more. We hold up, we hold that balance, lift the arm a little higher, lift the leg a little higher, just hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, bring that down. All right, step out of your band and put the long tail over to your right this time. Step on it with your right foot and then your left. Now bring the band across your body into your right hand. Okay, so everyone should look like that. It's a half of a Z. I guess it's 2/3 of a Z. Shoulders up out of your ears. Right arm is straight, lift it up and over. Thumb to the sky, so you're feeling that anterior deltoid mostly, the front of your shoulder. Good. And now leave your arm halfway out, turn your left toes in, straighten that leg, abs in, lift the heel, lift the heel. So again, feeling this right back here through that outer hip, glute, outer thigh, 2 more, and then we put the 2 together. So arm goes up as the leg goes up, arm and leg. If you can do it without putting any weight on that back leg, that's awesome. If you need to tap it down and take a breath, that's fine. 2 more. Hold both up and we pulse. Arm and leg, arm and leg, arm and leg. Don't it? Feels like arm and hammer, arm and hammer. And relax. Woo! All right. Listen carefully. All you're going to do is turn your right foot so it's now parallel on the mat. Bring the band into your left hand. Then just turn so you're up on the left toes. The band comes across the arch of your left foot and into your left hand. Bend your right knee. Arm only. Feel that, again, anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder blade. Good. Leave the arm out slightly in front of you. Lift the leg and press, and press, and press, and press. Now we're going to put those 2 things together. Arm and leg, arm and leg. Two more. Hold it up, pulse, lift, lift. Oh no, wait, we held, didn't we? Bend a little deeper, lift the arm a little higher, leg a little higher, hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, bring that up. Shake those legs out. Bend, wide arms again. Over your head, pull your ribs down. Keep your right arm by your ear, but stretch over to the left. Let your hip go out, come back to center. Keep your left arm straight above you. Let your left hip go to the left, pull over to the right. Good. Roll it down and give me, once again, a closer grip. Feet together. So we're going to rotate at the rib cage now. We're not going to let our hips move. So keep your eyes on me, but move the band to the side. Try and keep tension on it. Even try to press more tension. When I go to the left, I pull back the left arm. When I go to the right, I pull back the right arm. And then just take a look and make sure those hips are staying right in front. Both arms go, but the back arm reaches a little extra. Good. Last time, we're going to add a little trick here. Put your weight on your right leg, lift your left knee up, go to the left, pull back, pull back, pull back, come through center, go to the right, pull back, pull back, pull back, back through center. One more time, left, pull, 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 to the center and right, pull, pull, pull. Woo! All right, weight on the left leg, right knee up. We go to the right first, pull back to the right, back to the right, back to the right, back to the right. Come through center, pull back to the left, left and left. Center, right, 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 center, left, left, left. Enough. Place that band around your neck. Give your shoulders a couple rolls. Open the palms to the sky. Give those shoulder blades a squeeze. Open that chest. And now we'll come down. So come on down to your mat. Obviously your band is with you. And we're going to start all the way lying down. We're just going to take the band and we're going to fold it in half now. And then we're going to bring that across our shins and pull that down and in so that your low back is on the ground and your tailbone might be curled up. Take a couple rocks side to side. And then I want you to lower your knees forward, almost like you're going to do a toe touch. Move your knees away. But what I want you to feel is that your low back is now up and your tailbone is flatter. And I want you to rock side to side. And then we roll up again, side to side. And we roll away, side to side. And then we're going to move that band behind your hamstrings. We're going to turn those arms, palms up this time, biceps. And we're going to make that into a circle. But you can use your arms as much as you like. We're just warming up that lower back. You could even give yourself a little twist side to side if that would feel good. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put the feet on the ground. We'll keep the band folded in half. And we're going to find our hands just about hip distance apart. All right, let's tuck and tip the hips. We just did that, rolling on that spine. But now you're doing it with your abs and your low back. And then find neutral. So neutral means ribs are still pulled down, but there's a small gap under your low back. And then hands are on your thighs, deep breath in. On the exhale, pull the abs in, bring the ribs towards the hips to float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Back of the neck is long. Arms are going to come up over your head. If you can get them to your ears, that's great. And then open the band. So stretch the band, pull on the band, and then exhale, come down. Now that's going to add some tension on your neck. So if it bugs you too much, don't do it. Here we go. Exhale to lift up. Inhale, arms overhead, press out on the band and come down. Deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, lift, arms overhead. Inhale, open. So we're in our ab prep exercise. Exhale, lift, arms overhead. Inhale, open, and exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, arms reach and stretch. 2 more times. Exhale down, lift it up, reach overhead, bring it down. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, lift, arms overhead, bring it behind your head for just a second. Elbows to the sky. You should be able to really relax your neck here. And then lift your legs tabletop. Good. We're going to extend the legs. We're going to do little circles with each leg and come back up. Lower slightly and circle the other way. And then circle and circle. All right. Keep your legs up. You can just bring your arms down by your sides for now. And you're going to take your right leg forward and your left toes away and circle for our helicopter. Left leg forward, right leg back. Right leg, left leg, right leg. So you're making circles, but a different leg comes forward while the other leg goes backwards, if that makes sense to you. And then notice how much wobble is going on in your hips and try to not have wobble going on in your hips. Good. Last time, keep those legs up there. Bring your hands back up. Deep breath in. Float the neck and shoulders off the ground. And then we're going to reach the arms over the head. We're going to stretch the legs along. We're going to pull the abs in. We're going to open the legs as we open the arms. And we're going to open 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Bring yourself a little higher. Inhale, stretch. Open, 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 open. Exhale, hug yourself up. And reach, 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 reach. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, open, 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 open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And curl. Open, reach, 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 and curl. 4 more. Good, last 2. And last 1. Reach, 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 stay. Point your toes harder. Point those ankles. Flex those quads. Stretch your arms farther over your head. Pull your ribs flatter. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, should have felt that, I hope. Put your left foot on the ground and bring that band on the front of the right thigh. Hands reach down past your thigh. Deep breath in. On the exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. First thing I want you to do is just lift your body a little higher, lift your body a little higher. One more time, lift your body a little higher. This time, keep your arms long. Bring your knee in, knee in, knee in. And we put those 2 together. Arms and legs reach up against each other, opposite directions. 3, 2, and 1. Relax down for a second. Let's do the other side before we continue here. So the band goes across the front of the left thigh. Leg is in tabletop, fingers reaching long. Deep breath in. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. First, we reach through the fingers. Legs stay in place, arms reach. Good. Now arms stay in place, leg comes in. Now we do both. Leg in, arms reach, leg in, arms reach, legs arm, leg arm. Last time, leg arm. All right. Let's stack both legs tabletop. Open them just a little bit, knees about hip width apart, feet together. Band on that right leg. Left leg is going to reach out. So again, I'm slightly on an angle here, and here we go. Leg in, arms reach, reach. At the same time, you can stretch that left leg away. Reach and stretch, reach and stretch. You can bend and straighten that left leg a little if you want, or you can keep it straight the whole time. You can press and press and press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs together. Band to your left side. Right leg is going to go up and out this time. And we reach and reach. Again, you can bend and straighten that right leg a little if that would feel good to you. And reach and reach and reach. And let's relax. Gosh, I hope you guys felt those. Legs in tabletop, knees are going to drop left, just for a nice, easy twist here. And then right leg lifts up, left leg follows, and the knees drop right. Left leg up, right leg follows. All right, we're going to lasso the right foot, and you have options. You can either put the band across the top of the foot and cross them behind at the arch, and that way your foot is really secure. If you want to get a little bit of a stretch here, you can bring that, say thank you to Susan. You can bring that band so it's parallel with your foot, right? So your band, or excuse me, your foot is in your band. It's up to you, whichever one you prefer. And then, you can point or flex, you decide. But meanwhile, I have it on my right foot. I don't recall if I said that. So my right hand is holding it. Notice if this shoulder is up, let's press that right shoulder down. So now I have to work this arm a little bit. You should already feel something going on in those abs to control this. Notice if your left knee widened, bring it back to center. And then we're going to start leg circles. So because we have the band, we can be really still through the torso and really focus on getting that circle without moving in the hips. You inhale to start your circle, and you exhale as you finish your circle. If you're feeling braver and you have that control, make bigger circles. If you have the flexibility, you can straighten your left leg, flex through the heel, and bring it down. Good. Bend that right knee, place the foot on the ground and grab your band. And then again, you decide how you want to lasso your left foot. And then or if you were on the opposite leg, and then grab hold of it with your left hand and push that left shoulder blade down. Really engage that left shoulder blade, pull those abs in, point or flex, you guys decide, and start with small circles so you see that you have that core engaged so there's no wobble. Making bigger circles if you're feeling hunky-dory. Make sure that right knee isn't going back and forth. That's a little indicator. You can straighten that right leg and flex through the heel and get that back of that knee closer to the ground.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes? No? I thought someone said Flo. I thought Ann said Flo. Maybe you just said no. And then we'll bend that left knee. And while we have the left leg bent, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lasso both feet. So band this time is going to go across the tops of the feet and then cross behind. And here we are. All right, shoulders back and down. And that's all we're going to do to start with. We're going to press the shoulders down, lift them up, press them down, lift them up, press them down, lift them up. One more time, press them down, leave them down. Check those ribs, pull the ribs in. Good. So this is going to be kind of a double leg lower, like a toe touch. But the first thing I want you to do is slide your hands low enough on the band that you can get your hands, instead of being way up here, closer to your hips. Then point your toes and start to lower your legs. Keep your shoulders down, pull the abs in, flex through the heels, and come back up again. So point the toes to lower and flex to lift. Now, if this is not working out for you, if your band is long enough, you can try and put your hands on the ground. So it's double leg lower, kind of an assisted double leg lower. But because of that, you should be able to really engage. And, you know, often I say, is there symmetry? Are both hips coming up and down at the same time, or do you feel one side of your spine differently than the other? So kind of keep those things in mind. I lassoed wrong, sorry. That's much better. Ooh, and then I want you to choke up on those bands. So now your hands come really close to your feet. If you have tight hamstrings, you have two options. One, get a beautiful stretch, or two, bend your knees a little bit. Flex through those heels, and then we're going to bend the knees, and we're going to allow the upper body to come up. We're going to get to use a little bit of momentum that I usually don't let you guys use, and start a rock. Tiny little rock. Knees are slightly open, heels are together. So not quite a seal, not quite an open leg rock, just a bent knee position here. If you wanted to, you could straighten those legs. Open leg rocker would be legs apart, right? But you choose your rock today. And then next time you come up, let's stay up and find that balance point. Shoulders back and down, squeeze. Good. Back of the neck is long. Bend the knees. Put the feet on the ground. Walk your feet apart and sit tall. Thumbs up. Little rowing motion here. Little shoulder blade engagement again. And now finally, straighten your legs if you can and hinge forward in your spine stretch. But it should feel as if it is a lifted and elongated spine stretch, not a drop and round. Good. And then we'll let that go and we'll untangle here. And we're going to go back to the band folded in half. But our hands are going to be pretty wide this time. Shoulders up out of your ears. Knees are bent. Feet are together, ankles, knees are together, or everything's hip distance, but don't let your knees flare open if that's the case. Shoulders out of your ears. Give me a hinge back and rotate towards me. Take your back arm and push it, and push it. And press, and press, and press, and press back to center. Other way, back arm push, 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 and push back to center. Option, turn towards me, lift your legs tabletop, and press, 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 and press back to center, and press, 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 center. One more, press, 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 and press, press, press. Bring those feet down, shoulders out of your ears. With that band still folded in half, you're going to drape it across your thigh. Because how I want you to end up as you face me, which I didn't manage to do here. There we go. All right. It is so that your top arm, I'm going to actually put it through the loop and hold on to the tail so that we can be in a clam position. I forgot to ask you guys, can you all see me? Hopefully. Somebody blurt if you can't. All right. Waistline is off the ground. Arm is resting on the ear. Heels are together, toes are apart. We're going to press, and if you want to, if your band slips, then you'll have to slip a thumb through so that top band stays in place. Heels together, toes apart. Keep the waistline lifted, press up against the band, and we push and press and open and press and press. You should feel this in that outer hip. Last two, last one, close the knees, lift the legs up in the air, open again, Pilates be with those feet, lift that waistline, and we'll press from here, and press, and press. And relax. So give that hip a little love if it needs it, and we're headed over to the other side. So switching sides. And again, with that top hand, you want to kind of knuckle down so you can hold on to the tail of your band. Press your knuckles down, arm right underneath your ear. Heels together, toes apart, Pilates V, and we press open against that band, and then from there we press open and open and open. Outer hip work. Good. And then knees together, legs lift up, Pilates V, and we push. And relax. All right. From there, we're going to spin on over onto our spine. You're going to keep that band folded in half and just drape it across your sacrum. And then just come on over, shoulders out of your ears, and then bring your palms underneath the band so that your palms are facing up. So the first thing that happens in this position is that our shoulders roll forward. So I want you to lift the shoulders up off the ground and then squeeze the shoulder blades together by rotating the pinky fingers towards each other. So my palms were facing the ceiling and now they're slightly angled towards each other. Big toes together, lift the kneecap, but keep the toes on the ground. Deep breath in, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. Stretch the arms long, lift them up a little bit, but not so much that the shoulders come up, and press out, pull the belly button in, and exhale down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, press out on the inhale, lift maybe a little higher, kneecaps are lifted, toenails on the ground, and exhale down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, press, and stretch, and down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, and stretch, and press, and down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, stretch, press, Couple more here. Last two. And last one. Lift, stretch, press. Let's hold this one, holding, and then relaxing. And then we'll just press back in our shell stretch. Let those hips sit back on your heels, arms in front or by your sides, making fists if you need to give your knees a little cushioning. And then as you come up, you can unfold the band and bring it underneath your armpits. And then you can slide your fingers forward and mosey your way down onto your forearms. And that band should be right across your shoulder blades. Big toes together or hip distance apart is okay for now. Shoulders out of your ears. I want you to press your shoulders against the band to lift that collarbone as if you're doing kind of a cobra stretch. Thumbs to the sky so the shoulders aren't rolled in, right? And then relax that. And then press against the band, open. And press against the band. 2 more times to press and press. All right. So we're going to head up into a plank from here. If you can bring your feet together for a little more challenge, that would be awesome. You can be on the fronts of your thighs if need be. Otherwise, take those toes, tuck them under, lift up in that plank, and then do exactly what we just did lying down. Press against the band, press against the band, press against the band. So even though it might look as if my hip is moving, I'm initiating this through the shoulders. And relax, and let's just windshield wiper those legs side to side. All right, keep the bands how they are, but open up onto one side for a side plank. Bottom hand, press it down. Shoulder back, lift up out of it. All right, you choose your side plank, and that top arm is going to come up, open slightly to the back, come forward, and tap down. Open, open back, come forward, and tap down. Lift, open, center, and down. Lift, open, center, and down. One more time. Lift, open, center, and down. Press up against the band, up against the band. Up, and up. Woo, and come on down. All you're gonna do, keep your lovely, look like little opera gloves or something. Keep that elbow underneath you. Slide down in your side plank position. Push the shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage those lats. As you're ready, come up in your side plank. Open to the back, come through center, and tap down in front. Center, open, center, in front. Open, open. Good, last time. Open to the back, center, bring it down, press against the band, press against the band, push, 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 and down. Pull that band out from under you as you roll over onto your spine, please. All right, let's keep the band folded in half. One hand is going to hold the tail, and then the other hand is going to go through that loop. Press that across your hips. Stretch your fingers, trying to get all 10 fingertips on the ground. Notice if your wrists are lifted, can you get your wrists down? Can you get your forearm, your elbow, your triceps, and your shoulders down? So you kind of have to press down. Did you pop your ribs up, pull them in? Did you lift your chin, tuck it under? Deep breath in, keep your hands on the ground, lift your hips up against the band, and let your hands hover about 1 inch and lift your hips a little higher. Hips are going to be stable. Arms are going to touch the ground, come up 1 inch, touch, up an inch, touch. So it's not this big motion, right? It's tiny. Press down, lift an inch, down an inch, down inch, down inch. Press with your hips, press, 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 relax. Deep breath in. Keep your hands on the ground this time. Lift your hips up. Without moving your hands, press your hips, press your hips, press your hips, press, press. And relax. All right, you know we're gonna put those two things together, right? So here we go, deep breath in, exhale, lift those hips, lift the arms, and then hips go up as hands go down, lift and press. Press down with the hands, up with the hips, down with the hands, up with the hips. And relax. Shake everything out, especially that hand that was holding the tail might be feeling a little grippy. Take a moment, open those arms, bring them over your head, cross them over, give yourself a hug. Good. And then we're going to keep the bands doubled up for now and bring them behind your hamstrings. And then remember earlier, right, we did this rocking motion. We're not going to rock now. We're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to keep the feet down. So the feet don't get to lift up. Bend your elbows, use your biceps. Without lifting your feet off the ground, roll yourself up a vertebra at a time. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll down. Now, if that is not working at all, your feet want to come off the ground, you have two options. You roll halfway up, and when your feet want to lift, you keep them down and you roll back down. Or you could start at the top and roll as far as you can go before your feet leave and then come back up. So if you can do full range, that's fine. And if you can't, you do one of those other options, please. All right, next time you're seated, let's stay up. Let's keep those bands behind us on the hamstrings. Now here's your next challenge, and that's to roll down and then come up without woo-woo kicking your feet, right? So you're gonna challenge yourself, and this is pretty darn hard, right? So you try it. Good. Next time you're up, stay up. Let your legs toe tap and come up. Legs and up. Try not to seesaw your upper body. And take a little break. Widen those legs for a second. Shoulders out of your ears. Hinge forward, elbows on the insides of your thighs. Just a little forward stretch here. You guys probably know where we're headed. So first option, we're going to bring that behind us again, biceps. We're going to bring those legs into tabletop. First option, we roll down, tap your toes, and come everything up. And then open everything, and then close everything. That actually might feel easier. So next step, once again, we're going to put the bands across the tops of our feet and then bring those tails through the arches, which is what I failed to do last time we lassoed our feet. All right. So now, instead of bent knees, I'm going to have straight legs. So the first thing I'm going to try is rolling up and down without moving my feet. Right. So it'll help if you choke up on that band a little bit. I know I moved my feet that time. And then once you come up, then you're going to try to lift and lower those feet. Now, you can do that toe touch, right? It should be pretty easy. And then finally, we're going to try and put them together. So again, it's not that rocking that we did earlier, right? It's the exact opposite. So what that means is the whole body is down, and then the whole body comes up into that V. So teaser, everything down, and then everything up. And then everything down, and then everything up. Try just a couple more. And then we're going to meet at the top in that V position as best you can, even if it's here. Whatever you can find, lift it, stretch it, hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, bend those knees and unravel. Shoulders up, back, and down. And we're just going to roll down a vertebra at a time. Arms up overhead for just a quick second. Might as well stretch those legs out too. And then we're going to pull that belly button in. And we're going to bring those knees back to tabletop, or excuse me, back to bent knee. We're going to grab our band again. All right, so now we're going to, actually, you know what? Let's do a supported version of this first. So bring that band behind your head to the base of your skull, but not on your neck. Elbows are wide. We're not even going to lift the legs in tabletop yet. Deep breath in. On the exhale, keep your elbows on the ground, but lift your head up. So your band should have gotten straight instead of like that, right? Deep breath in. Exhale, lift a little higher. Lift towards me. Keep your band straight, so don't bring that back arm forward. Come back through center, opposite elbow, center, opposite, center, opposite. Doing your best to keep your elbows super wide, doing your best to keep the band almost straight, as if you had a bar supporting your head. And back to center. Deep breath in, exhale, pull your belly button in. Stay there or lift your legs tabletop. Matter of fact, let's open them into that Pilates V with the feet, knees, hip distance apart. Lift up, same thing, rotate to me and center and away. As you do this, please don't pull on that neck, right? Keep the back of the neck nice and long. And then relax for a moment. Last add-on, deep breath in. Here you go. You're lifted up. As you rotate to me, your back leg stretches the opposite way. Heels together and reach and center and reach and center and reach, center, reach and reach and reach. Keep on reaching, twisting. And let's relax. Hug those knees in, bring that band across the shins, kind of like, or as we were at the beginning of class. All right, we're gonna put the left foot on the ground. We're gonna lasso the right foot. You have the option to go across the front, or once again, you can put that band lengthwise on your foot so that you get that bigger stretch. And then pull your right shoulder blade down. If you have that band across your foot, or even if you don't, let's do toes back, ball of the foot back, heel up, and then ball of the foot up, and then toes up. So toes, ball of the foot, heel, ball of the foot, toes. Just to get some mobility here through the wrist, the ankle. All right, bend that right elbow, let the leg open to the right, and let the left leg open left. And again, you can point and flex over there. You can do some circles. Then use your left arm to bring that band back through center. Stretch out your left leg, right arm to the side. Left toes are going to turn in. You're not going to go all the way. You're just going to start till you feel that stretch across the hip, IT band. Press and rotate that heel and that outer foot towards the sky. Come back through center, go the other way. See if you can figure out the opposite of that. Good. And then bend the knee in, untangle your band for a moment, and cross the right foot over the left thigh. So my foot is on the ground, and then I'll open that leg open. So it's figure 4, but with my leg a little farther across. Bend that left knee, lasso your left hamstring, and extend that left leg. And then remember what we did at the beginning of class, tailbone up and tailbone down. We're going to do that a couple times. So as I pull in, that tailbone rolls up. As I push away, it rolls down. And you can keep pressing that right leg open. It should be changing the angle of that stretch as you go. And then finally, bend that left knee and cross the right one all the way over. And let's lasso the front of that left shin, take a little rock side to side. And then arms go overhead and you go as wide as you can with those arms, knees drop to your left. And then if you want to, you can slide your arms to the right. So your left arm ends up over your head and your right arm off to the side. I feel like I'm a pretzel, so I don't know if I described that well at all. Stretch your left leg straight and allow the right leg to come back, and then your arms come back through center. And hopefully the two sides feel a little different. So let's bend the right knee. And again, lasso the left foot either across the arch or lengthwise for that little extra stretch. And then we'll point and we'll flex through the ball of the foot and the heel. And then we'll bring the ball of the foot up and the toes up. Well, I didn't do a very good job on this side. There we go. And then we'll let that left leg drop to the left and the right leg drops open. And once again, you can do that same point and flex on that side, or you can circle your ankle. Reach over with your right hand, grab the band, straighten out your right leg, turn your left toes in, and give me that beautiful stretch here. Flex through the outside of your foot towards the ceiling, and then try and do the inside of your foot towards the ceiling. That will feel very strange. Good. And then bend that left foot, left knee, and put the left foot across your right thigh. Passive stretch. Bend the knees, and then lasso the right hamstring. And then straighten that right leg, and once again, we'll let the tailbone roll up and down. So I'm not rocking, right? I'm just moving that leg away and then bringing it even closer. Good. And then cross those legs. Bring the band over your head, drop the knees to your right. And then once you've done that, if you want to move your arms to the left, you can. Straighten out your right leg and roll back through center. Deep breath in. You have lots of options. Flip over like a giant pancake onto your abs, or roll up, or go over onto an elbow, however you want to end up on your abs. Forehead stacks up on your hands, back of the neck is long. Just lift those legs, little extension here, legs down, arms in front, little extension with upper body. Lower body extension, upper body, one more time, lower body, upper body, and then we'll press and lift into big extension and round it back. And then we'll come forward cow and round that cat. Good. And then from there, go ahead. You're going to come into down dog, tuck those toes under, press those hips up in the air, pedal out one leg at a time or one foot out at a time. Wide stance, walk it back, nod yes and shake no. Even bring your hands to the base of your neck and slide them up to the base of your skull. Bend your knees. Bring yourself about halfway up and give me one more cat and one more cow. Shoulders out of your ears. Happy Saturday, guys. I have a trivia question if you'd like to stick around, or if you have any questions.